Hello there, my lovely darkling. It's your fave witch, Jamila Anahata, back with another video. I am a holistic life coach and tarot reader who wishes to empower your divinity in order for you to elevate from your darkness. If that is of any interest to you, you can visit me at thesoulfulveganista.com to check out my services and my Ascending Goddess course, and subscribe for more videos. And today I want to talk about how to be selective as a feminine woman, as somebody who wants to delve deep and tap into that dark, divine, feminine energy that dwells deep within. Something that we've lost along the way of how the world is set up. Understandable. Sometimes we lose our way, and this is the space where we are coming back to it. In my work, as I said before, I want to empower your divinity in order for you to elevate from your darkness, and that really comes to getting us back to self, developing our journey back to the self, digging past all the things that we are not so we can be more of who we are, being more spirit and less animal, being more wave and less particle. And that's something that's not very easy, and something that we do to get back to the self and know who we are authentically as divine feminine women is being selective or protecting your energy. And a lot of times people think that being selective means being selfish, and what's wrong with that? Because I'm all for community. I'm all about helping out your neighbor, making sure that we are not only compassionate towards our own issues, but towards other people's issues, and being empathetic and compassionate to our global community. However, we have to fill up our own cup first. And before we spread our energy about, we offer our heart to people, our heart, our labor, our energy to people, we must make sure that our cup runneth over. Because once again, as dark and divine feminine women, we have given from our deficit. We have given our energy, especially coming from a masculine place, not our fault, but it is our responsibility to realign ourselves. But it makes us feel depleted. It makes us feel tired, exhausted, stressed out, overwhelmed. And a lot of the time we had no choice but to do those things. But we are in an era where we can once again realign ourselves and tap into the abundant energy that exists within. And that starts with our own lifestyle practices, our mindset practices, our inner work and shadow work practices. And that means you're going to have to be very self-focused for a while, or have a great rhythm of being self-focused and paying attention and caring for your community at the same time. You can have it all. And being selective means protecting your energy. It means being once again very self-focused and understanding who you are deep within and what does not resonate with you. And I would say the first step to being more selective in your life is figuring out what energies, what people, what situations do not align with you any longer. And you'll know what those are by the feeling you get in your body when you even think about them or consider them. You can write in your journal, you can go into meditation, but you know what that thing is deep within, based on the resistance, the tension, the negative sensations you feel within your body. So for example, there is a lovely person I know that I accidentally said yes to one of the requests before I felt in my body how that situation will make me feel or how that request would make me feel. And I have no resentment towards the person. However, it would have been best if I gave it some time and sat with it and felt my way through. However, I said yes just because I know that person's very sweet. So I know that in the future, when somebody gives me a request, when they ask me a question, or whenever I feel like I'm giving my energy to people and they are requesting more in return, I'm going to sit with it, see how it makes me feel in my body, scan my body for any resistance, any tension, and depending on how it makes me feel, I'll know that it's a yes or a no. And even then, that is your intuition also telling you. If you even ask your higher self, the universe, your guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, they'll give you the answer right quick through your heart. You'll know what that feeling is when you're present and conscious enough. So yes, make sure that you are considering how certain things, people, and energy feels within your body, because it'll be a yes or no question depending on the sensation you receive. And I would say number 2 is to be selective, not only with those situations and people, but just what gets access to you. Because that does go within the first one, Because the first one really is a yes or no question, and it is really being aware of how you're feeling and being aware of your emotions and the sensations within your body. But number two really is paying attention to who deserves your time and energy. Because we want to be sweet, we want to be kind, we want to be loving and compassionate and empathetic as feminine women. But that can only go so far. Because not everyone is deserving of our kindness, our sweetness, and our divinity. And I've had to learn that the hard way as somebody who, my name is Jamila Anahata. Anahata is the heart chakra. I am very heart-centered. I am led very much so from my heart. And although I would not necessarily consider myself a people pleaser, even though I've had instances of that in the past, I'm not scared to say no, and I really have never been scared to say no. There have been times where there are just people who I thought were cool, or I wanted to seem chill, or there are things that I allowed to slide way in the past that bit me in the buns, that got me all messed up, that twisted me inside and out. And although I don't regret them because now I know, based on the sensations of my body and how it made me feel, I know not to do it anymore. But being selective is being choosy with who gets your time and energy. That means who gets a phone call from you, who gets a text from you, who gets a response from you, who gets a hangout from you, who gets services from you. You get to decide how you disperse your energy about the world. And no one or nothing can convince us that they're deserving of it if we don't feel like they're deserving of it. And everyone is deserving. Everyone is worthy of wonderful, great, amazing, abundant things. That's what we're here to do on this plane. Expand, 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 and experience the abundance that Earth has to offer. However, once again, not everyone is deserving of our time, energy, space, divinity, any of that. And some people might try to overstep, and they might try to guilt trip you or make you feel bad about that. Even more so of a reason that they do not get access to you. So based on step number one of understanding what your boundaries really are, understanding what does and does not resonate with you, and who does and does not resonate with you, you'll know who or what gets to have your energy. Because our energy is precious. Even though our energy is unlimited, because we are limitless at our essence, most of that energy is to go to ourselves, to our craft, to our passions, to our family, to our friends, to our loved ones, to our spouses. Everything that brings us joy. If it does not bring us joy, if it does not expand us in any way, then there's no point. You need to cut it. And number three is to raise your frequency by raising your standards and honoring your own boundaries within yourself. Because a lot of times we like to verbalize our boundaries to people. We like to tell them what they can and cannot do with us. We like to make sure that they feel bad about what they did to us. However, a lot of the time, just like with number one, we allow these people in our lives. And like number two, we give them way too much access to our energy. So it's almost as if we've invited that into our lives. And although we don't deserve the abuse or the mistreatment, we still allow them into our field, unconsciously or consciously. So it is our responsibility to honor our own boundaries. So if we know, for example, that we don't like when people disrespect us, especially making backhanded compliments or backhanded comments, we can't make backhanded compliments or comments to ourselves. So let's say, for example, I did my hair. I did my whole makeup, my hair. I'm digging my outfit. However, if I was the old embodiment of Jamila and not the new divine embodiment that I've been stepping into, old Jamila would have been like, oh girl, your hair is cute and all, but you could have tucked in your hair a little bit more. I'm not going to do that to myself. And even though no one else can tell that I don't say things like that about my hair anymore, because I'm sure the energy transferred from when I did used to backhand compliment myself. Like, oh girl, those pearls are cute, but how much did they cost? Are they even expensive? No. Oh girl, that fur is cute, but is it real? You know I'm vegan. So it's things like this. where we have to honor our own boundaries if we expect other people to follow them as well. And of course, if people overstep or cross them, we should verbalize them. Obviously, we don't have to be rude or disrespectful. We can say it in a warm but firm way. But if we want other people to respect our boundaries, we have to respect our own boundaries. And that comes with raising our frequency and raising our standards of what we want for ourselves. So if you know that you're not digging your clothes, if you are feeling like you are in a rut, if you are not pleased with your lifestyle, if you are not pleased with the growth that you're seeing in your life or the lack of growth that you're seeing in your life, don't talk mess about yourself. Don't disrespect yourself. Figure out what you do want and take action. And of course, doing in the act of action is masculine energy, but use the power and dynamism in your feminine energy to inspire your masculinity, to make change, development, and growth within your life. So when you treat yourself better, hold yourself at a high esteem, your mindset's on point, your lifestyle's on point, your spiritual connections on point, your relationships to yourself and other people are on point, you can't even try to disrespect yourself. You are raising your standards, and that has raised your frequency all the way up to the heavens. And because of that, once again, that energy will translate and people will know not to mess with you. People will know not to say certain things around you, to treat you a certain type of way, and to hold you at the esteem that you hold yourself at. So yes, it comes down to, at the end of the day, raising our frequency. And it really does mean how we feel about ourselves, the belief systems we hold, the things that we tell ourselves, the inner work that we do to try to, once again, as I said in the beginning, digging away all the conditioned parts of ourselves, all the fears, all the past pain, to get to who we truly are at our authentic core. Because we are more than our titles. We are more than our labels, our categories, our bodies, our jobs, our relationship status. We are infinite. We are limitless. We are a source of radiant love and wisdom. Step into that and embody her right now by being selective. So now we've reached the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a like, subscribe for more content, leave a comment down below, and visit me at thesoulfulveganista.com. Much love, and until next time, my lovely darkling. Bye-bye.